Your phone buzzes. It's your adult child. Again. And you already know what they want. Mom, can you help me out this month? Sound familiar? If you're watching this, you've probably had that sinking feeling, caught between wanting to help the child you love and protecting your own financial future. Maybe you've already said yes so many times that your own savings are suffering. Or maybe you've started avoiding their calls because you're tired of feeling guilty every time you say no. I get it. This is one of the hardest parenting challenges nobody prepares you for. But today, I'm going to show you exactly how to handle these requests with love and boundaries. Let's dive in. Here's what most parents don't realize. Every time you say yes without limits, you're not just giving money, you're teaching dependence. And every time you say no with guilt, you're teaching your child that your boundaries don't matter. This creates three problems. First, your own financial security gets compromised. Second, your child never learns to solve their own financial challenges. And third, resentment builds on both sides. The truth? Loving your child means sometimes saying no, but it's how you say no that makes all the difference. I'm going to give you 4 simple steps that will transform how you handle money requests. These aren't just theories, they're practical tools you can use this week. Ready? Before you can set boundaries with anyone else, you need to know your own limits. Grab a pen right now. Write down 3 numbers: your monthly budget, your emergency fund goal, and the maximum you could help someone without hurting yourself. Be honest. If that number is 0, that's okay. If it's $50, that's okay too. Here's the key. Once you know your limits, you'll stop feeling guilty about them. Guilt comes from uncertainty. Clarity brings confidence. So when your child calls asking for rent money, instead of panicking and wondering, "Can I afford this?" you'll already know. You'll respond from strength, not from fear. There's a massive difference between a true emergency and a lifestyle pattern. True emergency. Their car breaks down and they need it for work. Pattern. They ask for money every month because they can't manage their budget. Here's your new rule. You can help with genuine emergencies, but you won't fund patterns. If your child has asked for money 3 or more times in the past 6 months, it's not an emergency anymore. It's a pattern. And patterns require different responses. For patterns, your job isn't to rescue them. It's to help them build skills they're missing. Love isn't measured in dollars. When your child asks for financial help, offer other forms of support instead. I can't cover that expense, but I can help you create a budget. Or, I can't lend money, but I can help you research assistance programs. Or, let's sit down and brainstorm solutions together. This is powerful because it shifts the dynamic. Instead of creating dependence, you're building their problem-solving skills. Instead of being their ATM, you become their coach. And here's what's beautiful. Most of the time, they don't actually need your money. They need your confidence in their ability to figure it out. This is where most parents struggle. You think saying no makes you a bad parent. It doesn't. Saying no while feeling guilty, that's what damages relationships. Here's your new script. I wish I could help financially, but I need to protect my own security. I believe in your ability to work this out. Notice 3 things. First, you acknowledge their situation. Second, you explain your boundary without over-explaining. Third, you express faith in them. No guilt, no long explanations, no apologies for having boundaries. Let me show you exactly how this sounds in real life. Your child calls, "Mom, I need $300 for groceries. I'll pay you back next week." Old, you might say, "Again? This is the 4th time this month. I can't keep doing this." New, you says, "I understand things are tight, but I can't lend money right now. Let's talk about food banks in your area or meal planning strategies." They text, "Emergency. Need rent money or I'll get evicted." New, you responds, "That sounds really stressful. I can't cover rent, but I can help you call your landlord to discuss payment plans or research emergency assistance programs. When can we talk through your options?" See the difference? You're not rescuing them, but you're not abandoning them either. You're teaching them to fish instead of giving them fish. Fair warning, Your child probably won't like this new approach at first. They might get angry, try guilt trips, or test your boundaries harder. That's normal. It means your boundaries are working. Stay consistent. Stay loving. But don't back down. Within a few months, you'll notice something amazing. They'll start solving more problems on their own, and they'll respect you more for it. Here's what this is really about: respect. When you have clear boundaries, you teach your children to respect your needs and their own capabilities. You're not just protecting your finances, you're modeling healthy relationships. You're showing them what it looks like to take care of yourself so you can take care of others. And that's one of the greatest gifts you can give them. Remember, saying no doesn't make you a bad parent. It makes you a wise one. Your love is not measured by your wallet. Your worth is not determined by how much you can give. The next time your phone rings and you see their name, take a breath. Remember your limits. Respond with love, but also with strength. If this helped you, hit subscribe for more real talk about the challenges nobody warns you about in parenting adult children. And let me know in the comments, what's your biggest struggle with money requests? You've got this.